welcome back to more Dark Souls 3. We've got some boss fights to handle. Yikes. Alright. We'll just start to fade out now. It's pretty much over anyway. Hearts of Fire. That's what I have. Alright. Game on. Game's on. Man, I am between many rocks and many hard places.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
So Randon, holy moly, 15 months? Is that right? Is Twitch glitching out? 15 seems a bit high. 15. Well, thank you so much. That is absolutely incredible and absurd, and so grateful that you're still here 15 months later. It's kind of incredible. I can't thank you enough. I really can't. Not to sour the occasion, but your name is the wrong color. I don't know why this happens, but oh my god, it drives me insane. I do not like it when your name is not the right color. I will try not to look at it. Hello. I hope you're doing good. I saw Mr. Teaches was on doing some Minecraft. I didn't get a chance to watch. We were still doing our real life stuff at that time. But Rob was in here the other night, so I did get to at least say hello to him. Since I don't really get to see anybody anymore. Trying to focus on, what's right in front of me, and trying to save this for those other times. But man, 15 months. I think you have to be one of the very first subs. I think 15 is probably the highest amount of months you could have right now. How is your weekend going, Sarandon? He was trying out a Minecraft mod. There were shenanigans. Yeah, I'm not really surprised. I mean, I've been around that stream for a bit. So, yeah, not surprised about the shenanigans. You do have one of the first badges, yeah, but you are consistent. You are consistent, even though I'm not. You are. So I gotta hand it to you. I've said it before, I think you might be here more than I am. I don't know how that's possible, but it's kind of like it's kind of like the TARDIS. The stream is bigger on the outside than it is on the inside. Is that how it works? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, how's your weekend? What are you playing these days? I don't think I've asked. I didn't get a chance. I've been just like so focused on the game because I'm just doing a couple hours here and there. And I'm still trying to find that one game that I can just hop on. I thought Kanzi had a suggestion for me today. I got a notification replying to my comment about that, and it was just a bunch of gibberish, and I was like, that's why I posted the Tom DeLonge WTF. It's one of my favorite GIFs in the entire world because it applies to almost anything. And yeah, apparently he butt posted in Discord. I was like, do I have to decipher the secret code to figure out what game he's suggesting? No. He accidentally communicated with me, which, I don't know. I guess that's understandable. Modded Morrowind. I would not have guessed. You never finished the game. You never finished Morrowind. Wow. It's kind of surprising. Yeah, I hope so. Well, good luck with it. I hope you enjoy the playthrough. I tried. I couldn't quite grasp the combat or the understanding of how it functioned. It was almost like there were dice rolling every time I attacked. You know, like it's hard to imagine combat worse than Oblivion and Skyrim, but it is possible if you go back to Morrowind. Came out in 2002, and the funny thing is, I didn't really learn about Elder Scrolls until the whole Skyrim thing. Like, I had a 360, and my friend I've talked about this before. My friend was giving me stacks of 360 games to play because I was like, hey, I got a 360 now. And Oblivion was one of those. It was when Skyrim came out. He's like, well, you can't have Skyrim because I'm still playing it. But here's Oblivion. Yeah, I understand about the mods. I truly never played vanilla Morrowind. I started with open MW, but to be fair, and I hate using that phrase, and I'm embarrassed that I used it, and I should probably ban myself. I didn't even know it was coming out until it came out. Ugh, it's gross. When I implemented OpenMW, I said, keep everything gameplay-wise, keep it vanilla, just give me upgraded visuals. So that's what I did. And that was back when we first moved in here and I finally decided to set my computer up. So that would have been back in like 2020. That was the first time and the last time I ever played Morrowind. And there was a time when I was setting up my stream, I was like, you know what? Maybe I should play through all of the Elder Scrolls games. And now I'm thinking, don't do that. Why would you do that? The only game I finished was Skyrim. And I've said this too, like while I did enjoy Skyrim, I can't see myself going back to it, even to further my character development. Yeah, I hear you. That's why I often try and push myself to go out of my comfort zone because I don't know. It's such a simple concept, but you don't know if you don't like something unless you try it. And when it comes to food, oftentimes you have to try something multiple times before you get what other people enjoy about it. Whether it's coffee or blue cheese, there's all kinds of acquired tastes out there, and that holds true with games as well. So, I mean, my first game was Fallout. Do you have any idea how scary that was for me to stream Fallout as my first game? I know nothing about RPGs. And I was like, okay, it's going to be slow paced. It'll give me time to learn how to stream. So it was a good experience. It didn't make me love Fallout, at least isometric Fallout. I still prefer 3 and beyond. But, you know, I did it, and I understand a little bit more about it now. You carefully selected some newer mods, went into it with understanding that it's an old game, and you'll enjoy it for what it is, not for what it to be. Yeah, I mean, that's perfectly understandable attitude to have toward it, and I think you probably will enjoy it. I think you will. And beat the main story. Yeah, try. Maybe that's a good approach to it. You know, try not to get too sidetracked and at least try and make it through the main story. And if the main story's going well, then, you know, maybe you can dip your toes in some side quests here and there. I know it's more demanding than the other Elder Scrolls games because it doesn't really hold your hand as much as Oblivion and Skyrim do. And I don't have a problem with that. It was like, it just, for me, it started out rough because I knew nothing about it. I never even saw anyone play Morrowind. So I started out just kind of doing my thing. You know, I like to explore. And every time I tried to sleep, I was getting attacked by this assassin. And I was like, dude, leave me alone. I'm trying to sleep. It's like, I just started the game and you're already making it difficult. Yeah. Well,
What?
I'm sad. I don't have any more Estus shards.
Pretty be careful. I don't want to see my work
Right.
squandered.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just like, well, here you go. Figure it out. Which for me, honestly, it maybe I have to have a different attitude toward it. Now, have you played anything older than Morrowind? Because I have watched several people, including Kilgore Trout and Retro Gaming Junction, play Arena. And they made it through Arena. And then I think Kilgore went through... What's after... There's Arena, and I know what they are. I'm just slipping. It's already late, and here I am. Oh, let's play some Dark Souls. That sounds like a good idea. There's something between... Well, there's that Red Guard game, but Elder Scrolls 2... You forgot about the assassin? I think I did kill him too. And I managed to get to some town, and then some kind of quest was thrust upon me, and I don't know, it was just probably not a good time to start playing it, but for some reason I thought it was. I don't know. Like there were even more projects to do in the house than there are now. Projects, I just want to, I was telling Granddaddy today, I'm like, I get so frustrated, like I just want to live in my house. And it never happens. Like this is our third house, and it's just, we don't buy houses that you can just live in. Those are unaffordable. Like buy a house that you can fix. And that was fine when we weren't parents. But trying to have a child and fix a house is just a whole new level of insanity. After playing Oblivion and Skyrim, the story of Morrowind is mentioned here and there. So you're vaguely aware of the story. Yeah, I don't honestly know what's going on with Morrowind either. I'm curious about it for sure. All right, we have a lot of options, and not many of them are good options. It's basically boss. And I mentioned this briefly in Discord about the pros and cons, I guess, of the bosses that are available. Beating Dragon Slayer armor would provide some forward momentum in the story. Champion Gundyr is, I believe, the end of a branch. But, a boss is a boss. To me, anything is a victory, regardless of what comes after it. Then we've got Nameless King. And unfortunately, I'm a Dex player trying to fight a boss that doesn't play nicely with Dex players in the first phase. So I've gotten a taste of Nameless King. If I can get to second phase, I think I can get second phase. I think it's doable. All the bosses I've encountered, I feel, are doable. But Gundyr has a bit of a run back, and that is not my favorite. I hate having to memorize dodging enemies. Who was that? Aldrich had a ridiculous run back. It was short, but butt clenching at times. I guess Gundyr's not quite as bad, but when you have that situation, you don't have the chance to buff. Yeah. I just want to choose the right starting point, I don't want to start out where I end up by the end of the stream, which is... Yeah, I'm looking forward to that part. I know you were saying, maybe you won't like Elden Ring. I think that was in response to me saying, I prefer to fight humanoid bosses versus, monsters. I don't know if that's going to matter as much in Elden Ring. But the fact that people that have never played a Souls game before became obsessed with Elden Ring makes me think I'm probably going to be okay. Of course, there are super difficult bosses. It's just the nature of the series. But I like my current approach, which is kind of funny because there's a time when I was like, wow, I really like these longer streams. And that's fine if I'm exploring. I don't like long streams when I'm just fighting bosses. I just can't handle that mentally and physically. My hands just wear out. That's where a lot of my frustration comes from. I get real physical pain to deal with on top of the frustration of the boss. So, I think the smaller chunks might be good all around. That's why I'm looking for a game to play earlier in the day for when I do have time during the day that is not going to require intense button mashing for, boss fights and stuff. So keyboard and mouse kind of stuff. I do have all those games on my wish list, like the Factorio and Stellaris and the game that Brahms mentioned that I can never remember. That, something about kings. Yeah. Darkest Dungeon. I know. I thought about that, Sarandon, and I was like, how would chat look at me after what I put them through with all their channel points to vote on a game, and I end up playing both at the same time? I don't know. I mean, it was within 1%, And honestly, it's because you were on vacation. I think if you were here spamming points, it probably would have edged out. Because everybody else was voting for Elden Ring. It was like you and X. Rav was kind of like switching it up. He didn't know. I think he thought I wanted Elden Ring. Yeah. Hey, Rav. Yeah, and I said vote for what you want, not for what I want. That's why I left it up to chat. I was like, you know, I'm trying to give you some kind of input here because I don't have much to offer, you know? Yeah, it was like that whole weekend. That could have been it. Welcome in, Rav. I haven't done anything yet. What else is new? It's only been 25 minutes. You know, just chit-chat. I like to chit-chat. You guys are awesome and I like to talk to you about stuff. Oh, it's only been on Epic? Okay. Yeah, I had Metric on a little bit today. He was, I don't know, I don't know what he was playing. Like, he's always playing some kind of, he's never playing like straight up Darkest Dungeon. And I still have no idea what's going on. It's been early access, yeah. I do want, you know, but I did think about that. I was like, oh, I do have Darkest Dungeon. But I'm like, no, everybody voted on Elden Ring. I can't play Darkest Dungeon because then, I don't know. I'm going to say not Nameless King right now. Untended Graves is Gundyr. Oh, there is something we can do at this bonfire. I know I'm the streamer, but I don't want to... I like to, you know, I like to be reliable and stay true to my word. I think there's something you can do in here with that dragon thing that I have, that gesture. I know. I thought there was... What is this? Okay, this is the entrance to the fight with Osiris. There's something you can do. Do I have to do it like at the dragon? Is there a dragon in here? Is there an altar? Oh, maybe it's here. No. There's something you can do. Is it here? I don't know. You can get like Havel's stuff. Yeah, Rav, it's just bosses. Just bosses. That's what I'm working on now, but I remembered there's something you can do somewhere in here where you can get armor, but you have to like sit somewhere. I don't, you have to like do it at the bonfire. I don't know. I don't know if there's another place to sit. Like there's some kind of trigger for that. Like, is it here? Who knows? No? Nothing? I saw the little save icon came up. I don't see an actual altar to sit at. What if it's something you have to do before you trigger? I don't want to go up there. But yeah, Rav, I've got Dragon Slayer, which is what I need to move forward in the game. And then I've got Champion Gundyr, who will end a branch of the game. And we've got Nameless King, which we were attempting last night, but absolutely failed at that because I can't see what I'm doing. You know, it's just camera boss. And it really frustrates me that this is the third game and they still make bad boss fights. But I feel like the actual Nameless King second phase is good. Kind of like Ivory King. The first part of that, awful. And I think I got to second phase like one time. Now I'm wondering if there's something in here. Is there something in here I have to sit down at? Oh, maybe it's in here. Maybe it's in here. There's an item here. Oh, maybe this is it. It's the whole Drake Blood set. I thought there was a way to get Havel's set. Did I miss that, or did I actually do that? Then this is the secret. I don't know. Maybe that's what happened when I got the save icon up in the corner. So what? Drakeblood Helm. Seems like good stuff, but I feel like it's probably really heavy. Yeah. Well, that's something. So we got that. That was not there. If it was, I don't think I would have missed it. Oh, I missed a chest. I missed a chest. A Titanite scale. Alright, so not a total loss. I guess I should look around here. I totally missed that. It's possible I missed that pickup. How did I miss a chest? I guess it was after a boss fight and my adrenaline was just making me dumb. Like it tends to do. Well, I mean, I don't use it, but it's something I can sell. And, you know, I've been thinking, all this time, I'm like, I've got all these souls. I don't know what to buy. I don't want to waste the souls, so I'm just going to buy arrows and fire bombs and stuff. You know what I should have been stocking up on? Buffs for my weapons, so I can experiment with bosses. I just thought about it today. It's like, why didn't I buy buffs? Why was I buying firebombs? Yeah, but I don't really use them. I just didn't want to lose the souls, you know? See, now Dark Souls 2, they gave you life gems. And that was great. You could stock up on life gems. That actually made sense. So now I finally realize I should have been buying buffs. But I don't think they're all accessible from that one merchant. And I think because I messed up with Onion Bro. Wait, why didn't I show up at the bonfire's over there? Why am I here? That's weird. I don't have patches. He never appeared. How do I have 1,500 souls? I killed like one guy. Did you know you can also look up info online that could help you? Yeah, I try not to, though. Once in a while, I'm curious about something. Like, if it's not game-breaking, yeah, I look it up. But I kind of let chat rely on that. I rely on chat for that kind of stuff. I figure if someone tells me in chat, it's not as I don't know, it doesn't make me look as bad because someone told me I didn't look it up. I think this info is actually easy to find. That's just me. Send that back down. I don't like the things that are all spooky in the sky, but I think those are the things that are actually controlling the armor. I'm guessing that's the best way to get here. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a possibility too. Yeah, that's true. I mean, with the Souls games, for me, like, spoiling is almost impossible because I've watched them so many times. But like when it comes to Elden Ring, I swear every time I see someone playing that game, they're in an area that I never heard of. So I don't feel like Elden Ring has been completely spoiled because I have no idea what's going on most of the time. And Dark Souls 3 is like that in a way because I never really enjoyed watching people play it, so not very much of it has been spoiled just because I just never watched it. Some things are like, oh yeah, I kind of remember that. But that's about it. Like, there are boss fights I think I may have seen once or twice. There's a boss, is it DLC maybe? Half-Light, I think is the name of the boss. I don't ever remember anybody fighting that boss. No idea what Half-Light is. I think all the other bosses I'm familiar with. Alright, so I guess we're going to do some Dragon Slayer armor attempts. I gotta say, I personally don't feel that good about any of these fights. They all feel like, I don't know. I feel like I've been lucky and cheesing my way through Dark Souls so far, like 1 and 2, and this far in 3. Now, some of the bosses have been challenging, but I don't know. Dark Souls 3 just seems to be so much more difficult for me. And I know others feel like I think it's probably easier in some ways. But I don't know why. I think maybe it's because I'm a Dex player, and I don't know if that's ever a good approach to Dark Souls when it comes to bosses. It might be okay for exploring. Like, I find for the most part my build has really been fine for exploring, but when it comes to bosses and you have to get up close to things, like the problem I'm running into with Nameless King, that first phase is almost impossible to get consistent. And when I read about the fight, people enjoy the fight because they're able to get to second phase without getting hit. And I have no clue how they're doing that. I can't fathom getting to second phase in Nameless King without getting hit. I can't even see what I'm doing, you know? So I just feel like Dark Souls 3 was made for people that like the hardest parts of all the other Souls games, and they jammed it all in one game. It's like the ultimate trophy game. But I've gotten farther in this than I have Bloodborne. Like, Bloodborne just feels impossible. Like, I don't know if I'm ever going to play Bloodborne on stream. I've never gotten out of the Cathedral Ward. But I also have not faced Gascoigne. So, I don't know. I guess I will keep trying to play Dark Souls 3. I will. Like, my whole point in playing these games is to beat them. But there is something in the back of my mind that is telling me that maybe this is the game that you can't beat. And I'm sure there's lots of them. Just might be the first one that I've encountered that is just too hard for me. So with that said, let's start trying some bosses, and hopefully something makes sense to me. But that happened. Yeah, I remember you saying Sekiro was kind of that game for you. And, you know, there's always people like, oh, come on, I know you can do it. I don't know, maybe not. But I'm gonna try, you know? I will try Sekiro. I played Sekiro up until I got the sword. And then I shut it down and I deleted my save. I'm like, okay, the game works. I just need to test it so I could give feedback on eBay for that really weird copy of Sekiro I got. And I really liked the movement in the game. I have no idea how to fight in it. I didn't want to spoil that part of it. I don't know much about Sekiro, so it'll be interesting when we get there. All right, let's not get too concerned about how this goes. So just bear with me. I'll do my best to be in a super positive mood like I always am. You're too old now? If you're too old, I'm screwed. All right. I don't remember anything about this fight. I'm already hit somehow. And I've not. Okay. How did that hit me? Oh, crap. Oh, no. He did the thing. Did the thing. I didn't think he was going to do that then. All right. Such a butt. His delayed attacks are so annoying. Oh, this chair. Get out of my way. Yeah, I'm happy with that attempt since I haven't... Well, the problem is, like, I'm not trying to panic dodge. Like, I'm really trying to... I just don't understand the timing. I don't intend to panic dodge. I feel like I'm trying to correct my off dodge, but I'm really trying not to panic dodge. It just... I also don't want to get hit, so I'm like, well, I mean... You have time in that fight. He always gets me with that, that swipe that shoots whatever. I don't know what to call it, but you know, he like slaps the ground and then shoots air at you. I know I'm a panic dodger. That's just the way it is. And why am I not two-handing? Oh, that got me. Get out, get out. Oh, man. Come on. Oh, crap. It wasn't really panic dodge. That was just like I was trying to heal. That was dumb. That was dumb. Got him. Got him. Got him. That was a good one. I could tell, like, I got it, you know? I could just feel it. I was like, I get this now. I get this now. Second try tonight. I'll take it. Oh, the GGs. I mean, I'm down to 4 Estus. It does not feel like I used that much Estus. It does not feel like I used that much Estus. Oh my god. I wish my heart would stay inside my body. Thank you, Sarandon. It felt good. I did a lot of correcting rolls. Yeah, progress. I know. I think it was the way to go. We can always go back to the other bosses. We can always go back to Nameless King, to Gundyr. You know I'm all about progress. But I need a minute. My heart is... I can hear my heart in my ears. I think that's normal, but let me adjust my boss command. Yeah, it made sense. Like, now I'm like, that boss isn't that hard. What was I doing? What was my problem? That wasn't that bad. That feels good to type in. That feels good. Ah, we got Dragon Slayer armor. Let's go. Yeah, and it really helps if I'm not trying to talk to chat while I'm doing boss fights. The pounding heart and sweaty hands are totally normal side effect of facing FromSoft bosses. Yeah, a good thing. I don't really get the whole sweaty hand thing. I barely contain enough moisture in my body to stay alive. My hands are always dry. So luckily I don't have that problem. Let's go get the bonfire. Wait a minute. They gave me a bonfire? Why didn't they put that here in the first place? But you know, I am super hot. Like, I can feel my face feels like it's on fire. Oh boy. My face feels like it's on fire right now. Luckily, I don't have my button down over top. Typically, my dress attire is during the day, I wear jeans and a t-shirt, and then I wear a button-down flannel. But it's been kind of warm today, so I left my flannel off. But I did put but for streaming, then I'll switch out of my jeans into like casual pants, like flannel pants or not jeans, because trying to wear jeans and sitting in this computer chair is all kinds of uncomfortable. So I was just about to start the stream and I was like, wait a minute, why am I wearing jeans? I was wearing jeans last night, or I was about to, and I was like, I gotta go change. You take a minute to get in bed and you beat the boss. A minute? That was more than a minute, Rav. But yes, you did miss it. It's like Atro. When Atro was here, and I was fighting Artorias, he was having computer problems, and he restarted his computer, and I beat Artorias first try. And he came back from having his computer finally boot up, and he was like, wait, did you beat it? It's like, yeah, I know, right? It was like, I beat Artorias first try. Well, who saw that coming? Certainly not me. You've seen me play Dark Souls. I hope DDR sees this. DDR, if you're out there, I think I did a good job. If not, I will DM you and say, hey, check this out. I did it. DDR was kind of giving me tips for Aldrich and Dragon Slayer. I think DDR is like a pro player or something. I don't know. I met him in Slide on Branches chat, and we started a side chat about... I didn't want to talk about it in Slide on Branches. I didn't want to talk about my stream, so I DM'd him. I mean, you know, here, I don't care if people talk about their streams, but I don't like to do that in other streams because we're all different. So I DM'd him, and he was like, he watched my boss fights, my attempts, and he's like, yeah, you're just like panic rolling, and you got to do this and that and buff. And I don't buff. Check this out. I don't buff. You hear me? That's cheating. I do it with the blades. Yeah, buff. Like I've got this stuff. Charcoal pine resin. It's a buff for your weapon. It applies fire to your right hand weapon. Or I've got gold pine resin. It applies lightning. It applies an element to your weapon to make it more effective toward particular bosses that are weak to those attacks. So Dragon Slayer armor has weaknesses and resistances. So depending on... No wonder you haven't been beating the bosses that much. Rav! What in the world are you talking about? No wonder you haven't been beating the bosses. My God. The things you say. You just never remembered a buff? See, now, Dragon Slayer armor is the perfect opportunity. You would have used those. See, I have a problem with consumables because I know I'm bad, and when I use them, it's like, okay, if you mess this up, you just wasted this one, and you have to go buy more if you use them all up. So it's kind of the same thing with health. Like, I don't use embers to boost my health up. I just learn to play with the lowest what am I trying to, what are the words I'm trying to say? Like, I try and get used to having low health and no buffs, because if I happen to use them and I happen to have more health, yeah, maybe I'll have an advantage at that point and it'll work out. But if I can get through the game without those crutches in a way, then if I forget to do it, then I'm not going to be putting myself into an unfamiliar situation. I'm already used to having this amount of health, and I'm already used to having a weapon that does this amount of damage, you know? I know, Sarandon, that's how I approach, like, mentally when I'm thinking about the boss fights, because I do, believe it or not, like, the reason I beat Dragon Slayer is because I do a lot of mental preparation if I know I'm going to do a boss fight. Like, look at when I did, I don't know if you were here, when I did Old Demon King. I got him first try the night that I went back to him, because I had a plan, you know? I was like, okay, I go through it in my head. Like, I fight the boss in my head. And I'm like, this is what I need to do differently. I actually have a strategy. So, you know, that kind of happened with Dragon Slayer. I'm like, all right, I think Dragon Slayer is the best bet because I will get some progress out of it. That is, you know, I'm always looking for moving forward. So in my head, I'm like, all right, remember he does this stuff and that kind of stuff, and stay away from his shield bash. I did my best to prepare for what I remember about the fight. So I got him second try because I put some thought into it. I was trying not to panic, but a lot of the panic was trying to adjust to his delay. But I feel like I didn't even run away. Like, when I was trying to beat him before, I would like run to the other side of the arena just to get away from him. But now, like, every time, I gotta say, Dancer though, I don't feel like I can jump back into the Dancer fight and actually do a good job. I feel like I got lucky on Dancer. I feel like I got lucky on Pontiff, because Pontiff is one of those bosses that you parry. It's like Gwyn. Like, people beat Gwyn because they parry, and it's easy. Like, he's easy if you parry. Pontiff is not that hard if you can parry. I don't parry. So it was hard. And that's one of the boss fights at DDR, when I was questioning, like, all right, how do I progress through this fight? He's like, well, you're just like panic rolling. I'm like, I can't even see what's happening on the screen. I'm just rolling because it's giving me iframes, you know? All right, so let's go back and level. So, I swear I heard footsteps. That's weird. So yeah, I did mentally prepare for coming into boss fights tonight. I was like, okay. And I said that in Discord. I was like, now that I faced Nameless King and failed, I've gotten back into what it feels like to fight a boss, win or lose. It's not a feeling you can imagine unless you experience it. You really can't. If you have not played Dark Souls, you can watch somebody play Dark Souls. But until you're in the driver's seat actually fighting that boss, you will never feel what they feel. And it's totally worth it to go through that, to beat them, and have that relief. That's what it's all about. It's just constantly chasing that adrenaline of beating a boss, I think, is what keeps people coming back. So, in a way, I don't feel too concerned about Elden Ring, because if the games would get progressively harder that would be fine for the veterans in the genre. But that would be detrimental to their ability to pull in new players, because people would get to the first boss. If it was even harder than, say, like Udex Gundyr, the first boss is like harder than Udex. Now, I got Udex first try. I don't feel like it was skill entirely. I got lucky. I have experience, but not a lot of experience. There are people that are veterans that probably died to Udex. So, I feel like I'm not too concerned about Elden Ring, because if the games were getting harder, they'd be losing people or maintaining at best. So I think Elden Ring will be fine. It's still going to be super hard, but so is this. I mean, all of the Souls games have those bosses. But that's what makes them good. Like, if all the bosses were, I don't know, what's an easy boss? Like Phalanx? Like, if all the bosses were Phalanx from Demon Souls, or almost any of the bosses in Demon Souls, most of the bosses in Demon Souls are not super difficult. Now, when it's your first Souls game, they are. Pinwheel, yes. Yes. But Pinwheel as your first boss in Dark Souls would be bad. Pinwheel at the appropriate time is not quite laughable, but it's kind of like, okay, I get it. But people have wandered into Pinwheel as the first boss because they went the wrong way from Firelink. And it is doable. Everything is doable if you're good enough and you have probably like really solid intuition when it comes to gaming. I think if you accidentally stumble into Pinwheel, it's probably doable. I never fought Pinwheel at a low level, but it's so cool that you can play these games and put 0 levels in and still beat them. Like, that just, it's so amazing to watch people do it, and I love that that is even a thing. Like, they don't prevent you from going into an area because you're not at the proper level. Like, sure, go ahead. Make Pinwheel your first boss. That's on you. I love that. And I still can't believe I'm playing Dark Souls, let alone Dark Souls 3. Like, I've always admired the games from afar, but to actually be playing them it really is enjoyable, and I love most of the exploration I've encountered. So I'm happy that we can now make some progress.
Welcome home, Ashen One. Speak then. Very well, then take no.
I wish I had more of an interest in the lore, but that's why I watch Akinar, because Akinar reads every single item. And I popped into his stream today. He was playing Baba Is You. That's a puzzle game that he's been playing, and he's so good at puzzle games. So I just popped in. I just wanted to say hello, and I also wanted to say that Nameless King is BS. And he just laughed because he got Nameless King the other night. So we're just briefly chatting about that, and he's like, "Are you still doing like the Twin Blades like Dex build?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's kind of the problem." He's doing magic, and he had no problems really getting through the first phase, and even second phase. He could do a lot of it. It was just basically dodging some attacks and then throwing out some spells, and he got them. Not to say that, I'm not trying to make it sound like it was easy mode. Akinar's just He's kind of like Rob in a way, but even more thought goes into like what he's doing. He's just so enthralled. I don't know. I just love watching him because he plays very differently in a way. He likes the exploration aspect that I do, but he's equally excited about the lore. And he was going on about the lore with a nameless king, but he knows that like I don't really do that. So he's like, I don't know if you figured this out, but he had some lore nuggets, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. I didn't really put that together. But I love that about him, that he enjoys the lore part of it. And I wish I did care more about it. But I don't read fiction. I don't really read lore in games either. I try and read items. I do. Like when I'm like, what am I supposed to do? And chat is like, well, did you read the description of the item you just picked up? I'm like, oh, I did not. And I do, and then it's like a key that tells you where it can be used. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. You will scour a world for all the lore. Well, then I can understand why you enjoy these games so much. I'm in it just for the exploration aspect. I like to see what they came up with for this world. The story part of it is secondary. You're an avid reader. Okay, well, that makes sense. Yeah, I read. See, that's the thing. Like, it's not that I don't read, but I read like more nonfiction stuff. I read a lot of scientific articles and stuff like that. Like, I don't read fiction all that much. Not that I haven't, my family, oh my God, my mom and my grandmother both always, as far as back as I can remember, always had a book in their hand. Always reading. Always reading. So it's not like I wasn't exposed to reading. And as a kid, I had massive bookshelf. I read, and I read now. I read to my daughter, and she reads. So, I don't know. It's just one of those things. That's great, though. I mean, I really do. Like, I wish I was more of a reader, but I think it comes down to more of I have an attention problem. I have trouble reading and staying focused. I think I've mentioned it before, just about like being in school. And now I like aced college. High school, like, I scraped by. I just wanted out and put no effort. College, I aced all my classes. But when it came to doing all the 10-page reports we had to do, it was an absolute nightmare because of all the reading I had to do. And if I read a sentence, it goes in and out. I have to read something minimum 3 times before it will actually register. So when I was reading, I had to do a 10-page historiography on the Battle of Carthage. And it was one of the hardest things I've ever done. It was one of the hardest things I've ever done. For one, I never wrote a historiography on anything, so I was like, how do I even do this? And then I had to actually read tons of books and come up with an angle to argue between these authors. And oh my God, it was just torture, because I would read the chapter the first time without doing anything but read it. The second time, I would read the chapter and take notes. And then the third time, I would read the chapter and try and come up with a plan of what I wanted to do with that information. So I have to read everything multiple times. So that's why I don't read. It's very time consuming, and obviously there's probably something wrong. I don't know if it's like ADD or ADHD or something, but nothing that's ever been addressed. So that probably has something to do with why I'm not that much of a reader. I read articles because they're short. I like information that will help me understand the world. I don't find fiction to be that useful. You're also not a big fan of school? Yeah, it happens. I'm trying not to tell any of those stories to my daughter. I want her to enjoy it as much as possible. All right, let's level something. Dex only gives me 2 now. Endurance gives me... I'm still getting 3 because we're at that 39. Vigor's only giving me 13. Let's just max out Dex. We'll hit 40. Now I've got 20,000. So I still need another 25,000. I still need 25,000. Now I don't honestly care what happens the rest of the stream. We took down Dragon Slayer. I can finally tell Akanar I beat Dragon Slayer armor.
Ow.
What do I have soul-wise? Not much. I've got 15, 20. Rubbish. And I've got rubbish, so nothing. What am I gonna do with 20,000 souls, though? I'm still 5,000 short.
Ashen one.
I hate this. What do I do? What do I do? What do you do when you have souls that don't quite meet a level? What do you do with them? I wish I had more Estus upgrades. I must have missed something. Did I miss them, or are there more to come? I did burn a bone shard last night by accident because I didn't know I had it. I was like, yeah, let's just see if I have one. And I did, and I got +8. I was like, no way. That's awesome. You know, for fun, I could just buy the key to the tower.
Ow.
I don't have anything to really buy. Although,
Ashen
let's
one.
go check out what kind of... And that's kind of what I do. Well, I know saving the souls is not going to be a thing. I pretty much only rely on upgrading with boss souls. Like whatever I get from the boss, like what just happened. That's kind of what I use to upgrade. I like to buy stuff too, but I don't know how to do that in Dark Souls 3. I don't use that much. Dark Souls 2 was awesome. Like I said earlier, you could just buy a bunch of life gems. That was awesome. I wish they had life gems. Why did they get rid of life gems for Dark Souls 3? No, I don't like, I've said this before as well, I'm not a fan of consumable health. That's why Demon Souls is so challenging for me. But I like the fact that they added that to Dark Souls 2, and that's why I said And was it Kangaroo? That was in here. I'm trying to remember their name. I think Sour Kangaroo might have been the one when they were here. And I said, I feel Dark Souls 2 is Demon Souls 2. And Dark Souls 3 is actually Dark Souls 2. And they were like, yes. It's like, finally, somebody understands what I'm saying. There's so many similarities. So, let's see what's here. What do we get? Who did we just fight? Oh, yeah. So we could get the Dragon Slayer Great Axe. Melted iron great axe that once formed part of the Dragon Slayer armor, thickly imbued with the power of lightning. Use skill to draw upon the techniques used to slay the arch dragons. Skill, falling bolt. Hold axe high in the air to gather fierce lightning and smash ground to whip the bolts to the ground. I don't think so. Dragon Slayer Great Shield. Melted iron shield that once formed part of the Dragon Slayer armor. The shield offers high protection to lightning, which the Dragon Slayer commanded as his own, and its skill has faint echoes of the Dragon Slayer's own fighting style. Skill, Shield Bash. Without lowering your guard, strike the enemy with the shield to knock them back or stagger them. Works well equipped in either hand. I mean, that would be really helpful if you were a strength player and you were facing Nameless King, right? Just hold the shield up. Boom. What are the requirements on that? Probably 38 strength. 38 strength. Usually tend to do New Game Plus runs and try different weapons with each playthrough. So you buy lots of upgrade materials for that too. I've never played an NG Plus in anything. I think Dark Souls Remastered, I accidentally started the NG Plus. So if I would fire up my Dark Souls Remastered run, I think I have about 70,000 souls. I was like, yeah, these are going to disappear real fast. 'Cause I'm going to die before I make it out of here. All right. Well, I'm not going to use the soul right now because I don't really have enough to level.
Do not be away over long.
Dragon Slayer armor. So I didn't get... Who else is left? Is there another chair that needs stuff on it? Like we put that there. Is there another? I don't remember what these are called. Does that one? Okay, that one has stuff on it too. Oh, this chair doesn't. What is this chair? Holy King Lothric, last hope of his line. So Lothric's chair is empty. Okay. Is that the only one? So I think I'm going to be silly and just open up. I'm going to buy the key. Because I don't know. I'm almost maxed with my levels. I don't really care too much about them. I really want that key. just going to buy the key. I rarely have 20,000 souls. There's nothing I really want to buy.
Ow. Ashen 1.
I know Patches is not there. I don't even know. Where do I go? Is it up? Do I go up again? I think it's here, right? Wait for this to load and take a sip. Okay. Here's the tower. Use the tower key. This was going to drive me crazy. I just want to see what's in this tower. I mean, look at the view. Okay. Wow. That's a place. Oh, look, you can see a bonfire from here. What bonfire is that? See it? It's kind of like, I'll put it in the middle of the screen. Is that not a bonfire? Oh, I took my Estus off by accident. Why is that? I don't want it to be 2. What? I want that 1. Man, I have no idea. I didn't even know you could change that. I did it by accident. Okay. Well, now I can't. Whoa, I almost died. Put binoculars in start menu? Hey, cheese. Oh, wait. This is way safer. This is way safer. So how do I forget how. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's a bonfire. What bonfire is that? Before the Udex gun? Maybe. Is that the Udex arena down there? Pretty sure, yeah. So that's like the very first bonfire. So what is that? Is that Lothric? There's my favorite scream. Oh my god. That's Lothric? Okay. So you start right in front of it. Wouldn't it have been easier just to climb that wall right there and go in? Like there's a giant door. There's a giant door right there. There's some weird audio artifact going on, and it sounded like an airplane was flying over. You hear that? It sounds like Afterburner from like Master System. It sounded like a jet just flew through. Oh my god. It's funny. Okay. I don't feel bad about blowing 20,000 souls on this. It's kind of cool to see this perspective. I kind of want to go down there and walk around. But I feel like that might be death. I don't know if there's a way to actually get on that. What do we got here? Oh, there's an item. There are items here. There's one down there too. I feel like I have to get this one from here. That's what Thief Guy did. He just climbed the wall. That's what I would have done. Is there another way? Can we make that jump? I guess so. Firekeeper robe, Firekeeper gloves, Firekeeper skirt. Cool, we made it. That was scary. Nothing like steering your Dark Souls character in the air. Totally expected to miss that. Oh. That was a bit delayed. I can't tell. Oh, I'm on the ground now. What else we get? An Estus ring. What? What? Estus ring. Oh my god, I can't believe I left. I didn't even realize it. I had the lightning ring on this whole time. That was totally by accident. I had that on for, honestly, it probably doesn't do anything. But I had that on for the Dragon Slayer armor fight. I probably could have had any other ring on. And I totally forgot. What did I just pick up? Estus ring. It's a green one. Increases HP restored with Estus flask. Is that bad? I don't know. I mean, it seems like a good idea. And this is that door right by where we killed that ninja. Yep. That was it. Okay, well, that was not a total waste. We can cosplay as a firekeeper now. Yeah, okay, yeah, I think you're right. That is the beginning, because those arches over there are from that area, but can you actually, you can't even access that, can you? That area is not accessible. That I'm aware of. We finally got everything. Except for Havel. I swear there's a place to get Havels. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe you do go through there. Maybe that's where the dogs are. I don't know what I'm talking about. taken down Champion Gundyr, Nameless King, and Dragon Slayer. Just Dragon Slayer. Just Dragon Slayer. I just bought the tower key. Yeah. I just came out of the tower. I had 20,000 left over from leveling. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to buy that stupid tower key. And I got that Estus ring. And the Fire Keeper outfit. You know, it's all the rage right now. Dressing up like a Fire Keeper. So, yeah, I'm happy. We got Dragon Slayer, second try tonight. Have I entered the archives? Is that the next area? Get ready to Karate Kid. Get ready to Karate Kid. Alright, we'll find out what that is. I guess now. Let's go. I hope I find some Estus Flask upgrades. Otherwise, we've got to go back somewhere and try and find what I missed. Alright, so those that have played this, I've got 11 flasks plus 8. Thanks for the GG. It was second try. No lie, like, first one, it was sketchy because, you know, like, when was the last time I fought Dragon Slayer? Did I climb up the tower all the way? I thought I did. I went all the way up the steps. Is there something else? Oh, I can go up? Oh. I didn't know that. Well, let's go back out. Let's go. There's an elevator? What? Really? I missed an elevator. I cannot figure out, where am I? Alright, where? I cannot figure out where. I gotta get back to the bonfire. The max is 15 plus 10. Wait, what are we talking about? Oh, we're talking about Estus Flasks. Estus Flasks. Yeah, sorry. It's just two things were happening. And the max is 15 plus 10. I'm at 11 plus 8. I think Akinar's at like at least 12 plus 10. And he has beaten, well, Dragon Slayer. He's beaten Champion Gundyr. He's beaten the twins. He's beaten Nameless King. So I don't know if he encountered more upgrades or if I just missed stuff. You said there was an elevator. I guess over here? Oh, yeah, you know what? I saw the chains. I saw the chains. And... sorry, just me dumb. Me dumb. Well, I did kind of want to see what was over here. Oh, there's the bonfire for Udex. And there's our starting one. Cool. And then we make our way to Firelink. Oh, you can see the roof of Firelink. Cool. Yeah, 20 grand for the key was worth it, just for the perspective. All right, what else we got? Nothing. There's nothing over here. Okay. Okay. We're above the bridge that we took to get here. Okay. Cool. Well, let's go up the steps. And again. Oh, we got another item. And a bell. There's a bell up here. Firekeeper soul. What? Who are you? Who are you? I don't know the smart way to do this. No way. No way. Is that really her? What's she doing up here? Great things happened the last time I rang a bell. I know, right? Who is this? Look at the eyes. They got the wax. Is this an Easter egg? What do we do with that now? We take the Firekeeper's soul. Oh, you know what? I don't know what to do with these. What do I do with Dragon Headstone, Dragon Torso Stone, and Twinkling Dragon Torso Stone? I've read these descriptions and they don't mean anything to me. This is for all you lore heads out there. Stone imbued with the power of the everlasting dragons used in a secret rite by dragon worshippers. Gain the head of a dragon and emit dragon breath. A transformation that is irreversible until death. Those who choose the path of the dragon strive for perfect imitation, and the dragon head rite is the first step in this grand process. I landed on a pile of bodies like this inside the tower. Those are multi-use consumables. So you can use it. And then when you die, the effect goes away, but the item remains. Wait, so I landed in a pile of Firekeepers? All the Firekeepers have those. Oh, infinite use. Okay. Is that it? I never found, where is the... Soul of a firekeeper who was said to have returned from the abyss. This firekeeper preserves the bonfire and serves its champion. She is said to have soothed and accepted the dark sigil which has tainted her soul. And yet, her soul will one day embed itself in the bosom of another firekeeper. Returned from the abyss. Firekeeper who is said to have returned from the abyss. Huh. Oh no, chat. Am I enjoying lore? Ah, somebody smack me. Stop it. Can't have that.
Sorry, friend. Be more careful. By the gods, curiosity is going to kill you, kittens. Some places are better left alone, you know. Oh, sorry. Am I a tad too late?
Wait a minute. You fell for our trap thinking about lore. Patches. I didn't think he was going to show up.
Have no fear. There's beauty in death. Besides, you're surrounded by ladies. Every man's dream, right?
You son of a...
Oh, no matter. I'll look after things. By stripping every last trinket off your corpse, you're gonna make some lucky customer very happy. Oh, no matter. I'll look after things. You're gonna...
Patches. Give me a break. It does not open from this side. Oh my god, Patches. You got me. Well, guess we'll do it this way. Oops. I fell. That was an accident. I was gonna run, and I stepped back. Got him. Got him. Joke's on him. I don't care about souls. I showed him. Yeah, I'm still alive. Where'd he go? Haha. Haha, I did show him. So if I go back up, is he still there? See, I switched my my jump button. I think it was Cheese that actually suggested I don't have jump and run on the same button. was like, yeah, I thought about that, but then I was like, what's the point? But I like being able to run and roll on the same button rather than run and jump. And I forgot what I was doing, and so I stepped back because I tapped the button instead of... Oh, so now he's just gone. Well, at least we got to see him. At least we got to see him. Because I don't think I encountered Patches at all. Where did he go? Oh, what? Isn't there a way that you're supposed to be able to get to the roof? Is that from here? Wait, did I see an item? Oh, there's a crystal lizard down there. Where is that? There's a crystal lizard down there. Looks like you can drop down here. Got him. Well, he died doing what he loved. Floating in the air. So these crystal lizards, they're like the little babies of those rock things that kept headbutting me in Archdragon Peak. They look identical. There has to be some kind of relationship there, yes? This is so dumb, but like, I'm kind of enjoying just exploring around Firelink. I'm glad I spent the 20K on that key. Yeah, I know there's the giant ones. But I never... These look like those other ones. The giant ones kind of look like baby Seath or something. Not like Seath, but, you know, like, I don't know. These look very similar, just smaller. The big crystal lizards don't really resemble. You know, there's still... I never killed that first one. I never killed the first one back in the very beginning of the game. We should go kill it. Oh, this is how you do it. This is how we do it. So that's why the tree is a skip. You're supposed to do it like this. Aha. I see now. And we're back.
You. Me, Pickle Pea. me, Bumperum.
Pickle Pea. Check the corner past the exit to the 20K tower.
You.
I have to go back? I don't mind if I do.
Pickle Pea. Me.
Pickle Pea Pumperum? It's so ridiculous. Do you want some rubbish? I got some rubbish. Where's my rubbish? Where is my rubbish? Here it is. No, Pickle Pea.
That no bumperum.
I'm just trying to get a eyelash. There's an eyelash in my left eyeball, like poking my eyeball. Check the corner past the exit to the 20K tower.
You. Me, Picklebee. Me, bumperum.
Okay, they don't like rubbish. What else do I have? There's an invisible wall. I have been up here. Is, like, that's already open. Is there another one? You mean, like, to get out of here? Is there another wall? Because I got I think a chunk by trading something. Yeah. Yeah, I was here a long time ago. I only came in here because I just happened to be here. Okay, and there's like some... There's a chest. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I got that too. Uh-huh. All right, so she says check the corner past the exit. All right, so we can do that. We can go out this way. And then up this way. And I will do some exploration from that latest bonfire. You guys don't even care that I'm here? A fading soul. Alright, so corner. What do you mean by the corner of the exit? Like, do you mean this exit? Because, like, technically... Whoa. That was close. Is there... am I missing something? I don't mind. I'm just happy we got Dragon Slayer armor. I don't care. I will keep running in circles here. We can go back up. If there's something I missed. We're right here. Okay, so nothing... Pretty sure we explored all this stuff. Go back up. Wait, is that a nest? Is there something on top of the building? Is there something else in here that you want me to do? We got that item. I didn't make it to that. Okay, that's what I wanted to do before. Patches was being a butt. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to go to the roof, too. Oh, yeah. We talked about this, about the pile of bodies being all the same. Yeah. It's just another nest. Okay. Yeah, I saw the nest. I didn't see any more items. That eyelash was so painful. Got it, though.
The poor wretched souls, be they lord or legend, the curse shows no mercy. What a sham. The poor wretched souls, be they lord or legend, the curse shows no mercy. What a sham.
Don't go through the exit. Check the dead end. There's a dead end. All right. I will go back. Where? Which way do I have to go? For what you're... What's the dead end? That you want me to go back around? Inside the shrine. There's a dead end inside the shrine. Ah.
You're alive.
Got it.
Now, hold your horses. Let's have a nice talk about this. I'll come clean. I did you wrong. I didn't mean it, though. Not one bit. You get these urges, running the business and all, and I hate myself for it. I do. You know what I mean. terrible, really. But I can see you'll forgive me. You're alive, after all. And that's what counts, right?
Chat, what do we do? Do we forgive Patches? Or do not forgive him? I'm sure this is what you're talking about. I didn't know. I thought you meant the tower, not... Oh, hi, Patches. Are there consequences? I really don't know. I've never seen this before. He didn't mean it. We should forgive him. He didn't mean it every single time he tricked us throughout the entire series. What a rascal. And I know he would totally kick my butt if I had to fight him. You know, if they ever do like an official end to the Souls games, you know, the final boss should be Patches. Is Patches in Elden Ring? Cheese, don't worry about it. I got it. I understand you have to translate across, you know, Twitch, which is not real time, so I totally get it. Don't worry about it. We got it. I always take that into consideration. So if you have something to say, I feel like it's probably worth exploring. I guess we'll forgive him. The wiki was wrong. Yeah. I did not expect to find Patches. And because it said if Onion Bro dies, then like Patches does not appear. So I'm a little, not too upset, but I'm a little upset about that. Yeah, I'm going to forgive him. I'm going to forgive him because I think if we forgive him, he'll probably allow us access to some items. It's just a guess. I don't know. I've never seen this before because I know he's a bit of a merchant.
Oh, fantastic. A wily second chance. I knew you'd understand. I just knew it. The heart of a lion. A model for the rest of us. A true friend. Forever.
What do you got, Patches? He's got black fire bombs. Rope. Black fire bombs. I don't know what that is. Embers for 5,000. Human pine resin. I think I brought this up the other night. It applies dark. How does one acquire human pine resin? He was an armored core, really. So it's kind of like Moonlight Greatsword, and there's that the boss that's like reoccurring as well, right? There's a boss model that appears in all those games too. I kind of toss around the idea of trying to play the Kingsfield games, but I don't know. I kind of feel like they would get old fast. I've watched Toki play through one of the Kingsfield, and I don't know. What else do you have? Alluring skulls, useless. Rusted coin, never use. Rubbish. Okay, what is the deal with rubbish in this game? Does it actually have a use? Or no? We're at 2 hours already. Thank you, everybody. Whoever's hanging out in the darkness. Thank you. And of course, thanks, chat, for being here. You really could be anywhere. You really could be. You don't have to be here. It's amazing that you are. It really is. Poison arrow. Buy my poison arrows. Black leather boots. Okay. Black leather gloves. Black leather armor. And a wing spear. Parrying dagger. That's a sigh. Can we do a Raphael playthrough? I was actually watching videos the other night because my daughter has become essentially obsessed with everything Ninja Turtles. She's been watching the show from like the early 2000s. I don't know if it's like a reboot of the turtle cartoon I grew up on, but she's been watching the Ninja Turtle cartoon and she loves it. You can't stay any longer? That's okay. I understand. I always am happy to see your name pop up in chat. So thanks for being here for when you can be here. I really appreciate it. And thanks for the tip on patches. I wouldn't have found it without you. I wouldn't. I thought he was gone forever. So yeah, she's been obsessed with Ninja Turtles, and she told Granddaddy today that she wants to be a Ninja Turtle. And she's like, "Oh, do you want to dress up as a Ninja Turtle for Halloween?" She's like, "No, Mom. I want to be a Ninja Turtle." Like she wants to turn herself into a Ninja Turtle. I could hear the NES going today. She was playing Ninja Turtles on NES. And she's been sampling some other games too. She's been branching out. She played some Spider-Man versus the Sinister Six. I saw her playing some Mario 2. I think I heard some Boy and His Blob. But she is absolutely obsessed with Ninja Turtles. We finished the comic book. We read the whole comic book together. And she enjoyed it. I was like, it's the only comic book I have of Ninja Turtles. So sorry. But we had fun reading it together. So she's been watching the show. She plays Ninja Turtles on NES. I was like, I do have Ninja Turtles on Super Nintendo as well. So I'll have to hook that up someday. Because right now it's all hooked up to my computer. But it's like we've got Ninja Turtles on Super Nintendo. We've got Ninja Turtles on Genesis. I'm like, man, maybe we should just I'll track down a Ninja Turtle arcade machine. That would be something. I don't know if that company, there's a company out there called like Power Up or something. They make like new, smaller versions of those games. I don't know if there's a Ninja Turtle version. I don't think so. I think there's like X-Men and it has like the Avengers built in. All those arcade machines have them have extra games. I should just probably build a Raspberry Pi arcade machine. But yeah, she is loving everything Ninja Turtles. And it's awesome because I also love Ninja Turtles. We got poison arrows. We could buy some of those.
We're just a couple of outcasts. Let's make the best of it.
But so she wants to be a Ninja Turtle. And she just started gymnastic classes. It's kind of late. But they let her join. We just kind of found out about it. Not really found out, but we knew the place existed, but we didn't look into it until recently. Or Granddaddy didn't look into it. And I guess they let her just join and pay like a less just to finish out the summer classes. So she's going to gymnastics every Saturday morning, like late morning, doing like vaulting and tumbling, learning balance beam stuff. So she's having fun with that. I was like, I don't know. I mean, maybe she can, transfer into like martial arts. I was like, if she wants to be a Ninja Turtle, you just got to tell her she's got to learn martial arts, and then she's another step closer. And I'm totally down for that. She's really good at, she loves being active as far as like jumping and spinning and dancing and stuff. And now Granddaddy was a dancer from like little on up, but I would be more excited if she would want to get into like doing martial arts and stuff. To me, it's like the more practical path. Because, okay, you can go to dance for almost 20 years of your life, but if you're not going to pursue a dance career, what do you do with that? I feel like martial arts might provide something more practical in the long run. But whatever she wants to do, it's her decision. I just want to give her those options. So...
Thanks, good compere.
Sure. So thanks, Cheese, for letting me know. So that was worth it. The 20K was not a waste. I mean, nobody said it was, but in the back of my mind, I was like, did I just waste 20K on a key that's just going to open a door? No, we got a ring and an outfit and patches. So that's cool. I guess we'll do a little bit of exploring beyond the bonfire of Dragon Slayer armor. Oh my god, I can't believe we got that. We got Dragon Slayer armor. And it wasn't even that hard. What was my problem? How many times did I attempt Dragon Slayer before? I'm not even sure. Alright, so yeah, I've been on for a little over 2 hours now. So we'll go do some exploring, I guess. I see a Tootie has been on lately. Just checking to see if there's anybody on that I would want to hit up. I don't see any Salsa. I don't know what he's up to. All right. So let's go. Let's travel. Dragon Slayer armor. So we're still... Oh, we are still in Lothric Castle. And it's called Dragon Slayer armor. Alright. Things are about to get a little more real. We're going deeper into Lothric Castle. This kind of looks like, it looks just like the other side. So what is this? This is just like a bridge? We were fighting Dragon Slayer armor on a bridge. And you know, this time, the whatever those are floating above us that were throwing the fire bombs down on me, they didn't really do all that much damage or cause me a lot of problems. I feel like they were kind of an issue before. I don't know. Did I get lucky with Dragon Slayer armor? Or did I just finally get good? Or was it a combination of both? Did I get good and did I get good RNG? I don't know. Will we ever know? Probably not. I never jumped onto the roof of Firelink, but I feel like we got everything now. All right. All right. Oh, we got some steps. We have steps down and we have steps up. I feel like down is probably the way we want to go. Oh, and we've got a path. Side path. It probably doesn't go anywhere. But always check the corners. I'm glad I kept pursuing what Cheese was talking about. Dead end. It's like, I know it was me not understanding. I knew Cheese knew something. That's why I didn't give up. I'm like, Cheese knows something. And I know it's not the easiest to communicate with me. Because I remember Cheese saying in the past, they have multiple translation apps open and it's hard to communicate real time when you're trying to translate one language to another. I'm guessing Cheese understands English but can't write in English. Excuse me, in English. All right, so we've got a path down to the right. Let me just take a peek. Oh, there's not... What the... Why is there a bonfire here? I was like, I thought I was stroking out for a second. I was like, did I go the wrong way? No, wow. Why did nobody, like, after they put this bonfire, did they forget to play the game again to make sure, like, what? This is super silly. I guess they're like, okay, you get a bonfire for the boss, and then you get a bonfire for the next area, which happens to be right next to the boss. But, I mean, isn't that standard issue? Bonfire lit. The one at Dragon Armor is unnecessary. Yeah. I think that was like reminiscent. You know what? Maybe it's like an homage to Demon Souls, where you beat a boss and you get a bonfire. You suspect that has to do with online. Grand Archives Key. How do you say that? Gott. Well, Gott in German would be God. Gotthard Twin Swords. Sounds dirty, but it's not. It's not Gotthard, it's God-hard. Well, that's not really any better. Never mind. Let's not talk about it. get myself out of that, but it just got worse. Mein Gott. Indeed. All right, let's, what is this called? Oh, Grand Archives. Well, Argent was asking about that. Well, there you go, Argent. If you're out there. If you're one of the 2 people watching me right now. According to OBS. There's 2 people here. Let's go down. I'm guessing it's Rav and he fell asleep again. He's been doing that. Rav must be getting old. He keeps falling asleep watching Twitch. That's a sure sign that you are just pushing your limits. Oh, it's an item. A chunk. Son of a... Come on, man. The chunks. In Archdragon Peak. Archdragon Peak. You know, last night, I don't know if you were still around, Surrounded. I was exploring. I think I found 3 chunks. 3 chunks. And I literally just spent 13,000 each for 2 chunks to upgrade my bow. And I just found another chunk. I was like, oh, I can buy chunks now. What a deal. Now I don't have to go looking for them. And now they're just throwing them at my face. Like that gif of the girl with the hot dogs being thrown at her. I feel like that's me and chunks right now. That's your job, to fall asleep while watching streams. Hey, I'm right there with you. I do it all the time. I wake up. I'll get my phone out and I'll turn my alarms on and turn off Wi-Fi. And I have this whole ritual I go through to make my phone as disconnected from the world as possible when I go to bed. And so I'm watching a stream. Usually it's late night. It's Toki. He seems to be on pretty late regularly, and he's entertaining. So I look down at my phone. I turn my alarms on. I turn my Wi-Fi off. Maybe I'll check weather before. I don't know. And then I wake up and I look at my phone, and it's 4, 5 in the morning. I'm like, what? Did I just go through some kind of wormhole or something? I was literally just looking at my phone, and somehow I fell asleep looking at my phone. How is this physically possible? And I'm a night owl, so it doesn't help though that I'm being woken up by Doodle this morning. Somebody didn't close the bedroom door all the way, and these dum-dums will go around and use their thick noggins to push on all of the doors down the hallway to see which one might open. And sure enough, somebody didn't pull the bedroom door shut, and Doodle comes in at 7 o'clock, 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. Meow, 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 meow. She's like, warning, warning, your door is open. Your door is open. I just want to let you know that your door is open. Goodbye. I remember I grabbed my phone off the nightstand and looked at it, and I was like, as she's screaming through the room, she's like, meow, 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 meow. It's what is happening? I looked at my phone. I was like, I don't have to be awake now. I just put my phone down, and I saw the door open. I was like, I don't even care. And she left. She eventually left, and I just went back to sleep. I was like, why do you do this? She's such a goober. Grand Archives. Is that related to the other archives, like the Duke's archives? Okay, I get it. I used the key. Go away. Why is that on the screen yet? There's another doorway that was open. Oh, let me guess. This is a shortcut. It's going to be an elevator, and it's not going to be functional. Whoa. Whoa. Wow. Am I like a mind reader or what? Wait. Whose mind am I reading? Well, you know what I mean. What a surprise. I can't use it. Yeah, we used to do that, Sarandon. It just... We sleep better when the cats are not allowed in the room because... I'm sure I've gone over this. They... Like, Mingus sleeps on... I don't know why. I will never understand why. She sleeps on top of your ankles. Like, if you lay on... Like, I'm a side sleeper. So she lays on top of my ankles. It doesn't feel good because, you know, she's kind of fat. It's a lot of weight on the ankles. Charlie will lay behind your bent knees. Right up against the back of your knees. And they are like portable heaters. So, this is, that was a boss from, that was a boss. Oh God, what? This place is a nightmare. I just got here. I just got here. I just got here. Stop. Oh man. He ran away? But yeah, we still let the cats sleep in our room, but not anymore. I used to let the cats in, like if Granddaddy was traveling for work, I would let them in. This is something. I don't even feel like I'm actually here. I don't know why. Let's just grab some items. Chunk. Okay. There's a drop down. Ah, stop that. Yeah, see, we used to have to leave our door open because in the second house we had, it didn't have conventional heating. Before we had electric baseboard installed, it had oil forced air heat, and the furnace died like the year we bought the house. So we didn't want oil anymore, so I ripped the furnace out and had a scrapper take it. And we got a pellet stove. So we heated the house with a pellet stove. But we had to leave our bedroom door open to get heat. So that's why we still had cats in the bedroom. Ever since then, we haven't really needed that. Alright, so the goal here is to find the crystal sage. Crystal gem and twinkling titanite. Where am I now? Something's gonna drop down on me, right? I hear stuff. I have a feeling we'll be... Yeah, I just had a feeling like... I'm gonna get the drop. Alright, we got a soul. Got a soul, so that's cool. Anything else? Alright, we're not getting attacked by the sage, so... Must be out of range. We can't go back. We gotta go back around. Okay. This is... quite a maze. Oh. Hello. Another chunk. I was already pressing attack. Bull. Poop. Bull poop. Alright. Oh, is that... Oh, I remember somebody playing through this area. And there's like some place where you can like stick your head in the wax. I think this is it. Yeah, you can dunk your head in the wax. I don't know why, but you can. I will want to for reasons. I'm just contemplating if I want to keep going or just call it, because it is after 2 for me. And I have to use the facilities. But I don't know if I want to like take a break and then come back and play more, you know? And I don't like to quit out. I usually like to quit at a bonfire, and we just found this bonfire. But oh god, this might be it. He just buffed. Uh-huh. I get it. Ah. What? No. He's too good. Wow. He's really good. Stop it. Where's your stamina? Where's your stamina? He doesn't have any. Large Titanite shard, Lothric Knight Great Shield. That was not worth it. Who cares about that stuff? But seriously, why do they not have stamina? Where was he? He was guarding something. Well, here's our item. A lot of chunks. Lot of chunks. Crystal chime. Is that it? See an item over there. All right, what if we just... See, I'm doing okay. But I think I'm good with the amount of time I've put in. So I think I'm just going to quit out here and call it. Because if I go on a break, I'm not going to play that much longer. I feel. So, and I'm not going to raid anybody. I don't see anybody on. So I'll just call it there. I'm happy. I'm happy with things. We got Dragon Slayer armor. We made it to the archives. I've gotten some items. So I'll just quit out here and we'll start up here next time. So obviously, big thank you to Sarandon for 15 months. I still can't believe that. 15 months. Yeah, good night. And thank you for hanging out for so long, keeping me company. We did it. We got Dragon Slayer armor. I'm happy that you were here to see it. Rav, what can I say? You know, he was going to bed and he missed it. It's totally on him. That's what YouTube's for. But yeah, I'm out of here for now. But I'm going to try and keep this, streaming a couple hours a night. As long as I can. It's working out. We're still making progress, even if it's a little bit at a time. But it's better than not streaming for a month. Sorry for that, but sometimes you just need to take a step back. But I'm out of here because I have to use the facilities really bad. And I'll see you next time. Have a great rest of your weekend, whoever's out there. And I'll see you next time. Good night.